we do see a Jax ban from 14k. That might be a Jax jungle ban for Noltus.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
because they
some
picked it up in
jungle
the first game.
jacks for After I think.
Right. So a Mundo pick coming out from Noltus's side, which is not very surprising, honestly, because Mundo has been a popular champion throughout the series, and he does bring a lot of tankiness, a lot of utility to the team, a lot of AoE damage and unkillability, but I'm not really sure as to how it fits in with the entire team composition that they're going for right now, which was looking to be a pick composition with a Malzahar coming in with a follow-up ultimate, but then you also have a Mundo. So it all depends upon their fifth and sixth picks, which will be the jungler and the support. So we'll have a more good semblance of an idea of, as to what Noltus is actually going for. Meanwhile, in 14k, we do see that they are going for a more balanced team comp. They're going for something that can dive as well as deal sustainable damage. You have Renekton, Rek'Sai, Vayne, and Cassiopeia. So all these four champions are actually real threats that if you don't counter, you're gonna have a bad time. But Noltus actually picks up Fiddlesticks, which is an interesting pick so far. We haven't really seen Fiddlesticks being played throughout the course of the tournament. I think we saw it once, but after the rework, no one's really even touched him, actually. So, Terex, what do you think about the Fiddlesticks pick right there?
Well, I'm not really sure how it's going to be laid out the fiddle. The fiddle is good at like wave clearing. His wave clear in the jungle is really good. I'm not sure how much pressure a fiddle can put out against the Rek'Sai. Because Rek'Sai is going to put a huge amount of pressure on Noltus. He's going to like gank on every lane and they need an answer for that. So I'm not really sure if that fiddle pick is going to work, but I'm little bit surprised to see a Mundo pick after there was a Vayne pick, and I was hoping there would be like a damage top laner from the Noltus side so that they can like melt down the Vayne maybe a Rumble in nice damage top laner. I think they are going for the safe pick on the Mundo. It's not really that bad, but it is a little bit surprising after seeing the Vayne pick. Because Vayne is going to melt down the Mundo, and it doesn't matter how much armor or health the Mundo is going to stack.
Right.
And the 14k team comp looks really solid. There's a carry for peeling the vein, and there's the Renekton for the rain. Renekton is like most one of the strongest champion at the top lane at the moment with the Blade of the Ruin King P. I think Mundo
Right.
is like to have a really hard time against the Renekton laning phase.
Right. He does lose out on a bit of the duels because of the fact that Renekton does a ton of damage in the early game. But looking at the fact that they do have Leona, they do have Fiddlesticks, both of which who can deal massive amounts of AoE CC and AoE damage as well. With the new Fiddlesticks rework, if he ults out of a bush, he can instantly fear all five members of a team, given the fact that he damages them on the first tick of his ultimate. If he catches all of them off guard without any vision, if he jumps in from an area where the enemy doesn't really have any vision. So that's a good initiation tool that they have alongside the Leona ultimate. But looking at Malzahar, he has one task, which is to basically lock down the Vayne, which is going to be very difficult against a team like the one that 14k picked, because look at the amount of CC they have. All five of their champions actually have some form of hard CC to interrupt the Malzahar ultimate, and you have a Renekton who can just go in uninterrupted and use the W on the Malzahar just to cancel the ultimate. So I'm not really sure as to how they're gonna control the Vayne, provided that the Vayne gets out of hand come the mid to late game transition period. But we'll just have to see how they actually go about the laning phase. Like we said, we wanted Ezreal to be paired up with a aggressive support lane, which Leona does bring to the table. So it's gonna be really up to Noltus's bot lane to control the Vayne's farm, control the Vayne's CS, make sure that she cannot transition well into the mid game, and she's pretty much a non-champion at that point where the mid game skirmishes actually take place. But with a Taric support, you have that immense amount of protection, so it is difficult for Noltus to actually control the Vayne as much as they would want. It would just go up to the level 2 trade. Like, the whoever wins the level 2 trade can just easily snowball this into a permanent advantage and just capitalize on it throughout the entire game. But it's going to be interesting to see how this entire game plays out, because remember, this is a one-on-one tied series, and this is the tiebreaker in the best of 3. So hope we have an exciting game. Remember, this is a one-on-one
I think
tied
for the
series, and
Noltus
this
side,
is the
the Fidel
tiebreaker
Alf will
in
be
the
the
best
game
of 3.
changing.
So
If the
hope
Fidel
we
can
have an
land it.
exciting game. Remember, this is a
Yeah,
one-on-one
I think
tied
for the
series, and
Noltus
this
side,
is the
the Fidel
tiebreaker
Alf will
in
be
the
the
best
game
of 3.
changing.
So
If the
hope
Fidel
we
can
have an
land it.
exciting game. Remember, this is a
Yeah,
one-on-one
I think
tied
for the
series, and
Noltus
this
side,
is the
the
tiebreaker
Fidel Alf will
in
be
the
the
best
game
of 3.
changing. Because
So
if the
hope
Fidel
we
can
have an
land it.
exciting game. Remember, this is a
Yeah,
one-on-one
I think
tied
for the
series, and
Noltus
this
side,
is
the
the tiebreaker
Fidel Alf will
in
be
the
the
best
game
of 3.
changing. Really good at the champion that are diving, as like he can just stun them and like feel for the vein, and also there's going to be really good at the champion that are diving, as like he can just stun them hard and for the feel for the vein, really. Also there's going to be or kill the vein if they can play out really well. So, and if the vein gets pre-farmed, it will be really a nightmare for the Noltus side, as I don't think the Mauser is going to be able to ult the vein, because vein is
Definitely
not
not.
going to be in Mauser ult range, and even if the Mauser ult, I think she can easily get a QSS, and that ult will be really
Definitely
useless.
not.
So
Yeah.
let's see how the game goes. And even
Even
if
if
the
she
Mauser
does get
ult,
ulted,
I think
like
she
the
can
amount of
easily
burst
get a
damage that
QSS,
comes out
and that
from
ult will be
Noltus'
very
side, it's
useless.
not
So
really that much if
let's
you
see how the
consider the
game
fact that you
goes.
have a Mundo, you have an Ezreal, both of whom rely on skill shots to do their basic damage, and Mundo basically does sustain damage if you stand close to him, which the Vayne probably will not be doing. So it is challenging for Noltus to actually capitalize on the Malzahar ultimate really quickly, unless of course they can CC lock someone down with the Leona. You have Fiddlestick's Sphere, you also have Mundo with the slow, and Ezreal coming back with the damage. But it does depend on the fact that Ezreal needs the items. Without items and without levels and without that advantage that Ezreal should carve out for himself in this game, he won't be dealing a lot of damage compared to the Vayne, because the Vayne really doesn't need a lot of items. She just needs levels and just a moderate amount of gold. She doesn't need to win lane hard or come out, a bit above her laners. She just needs to stay even, or at least a bit below average. Even then, she can transition into a really solid late game champion who is easily capable of carrying every single team fight that she gets into in the late game, provided that she doesn't get CC locked, provided that she doesn't get bursted down. Who is easily capable of carrying every single team fight that she gets into in the late game, provided that she doesn't get CC locked, provided that she doesn't get bursted down really quickly. So I'm just gonna confirm that we are in sync right now.
Yeah, I'm uh, 29
Post, I'm
50,
just gonna confirm
2950.
Yeah, okay. We are in sync.
Yeah, I'm uh, 29. And there's also an Cassiopeia, which we didn't talk about. The Cassiopeia is going to be really important. If
Definitely.
she can land a 3-man or even a 2-man out, and she's of course she's going to kill for the Vayne, because if she puts the ground or even to like go for the Vayne, and they can and the Cassiopeia can just like separate the whole team from his tank, then they can
Right.
just kill out the tank easily, because Cassiopeia and Vayne, they're both really good at killing the tank. So it will be really hard game for the Noltus side.
Right. Yeah, if you have Cassiopeia and if she does pop off, it means a ton of sustained damage actually coming out from the enemy team. And Noltus will have their hands full with both these champions, Cassiopeia and Vayne. They'll have to take down both of them if they actually want to win these team fights, because both of them possess an immense amount of damage. The longer that they stay alive, the more damage that they do in these team fights. So both of these targets are going to be extremely valuable picks for Noltus. I think they're going to be more reliant on the Fiddlesticks ambush, if you will, instead of actually outright starting those team fights, because they get out damaged till the mid game, till actually the mid game. And even then, I would say that they will get out damaged in the late game because of the fact that you have a Vayne, you have a Cassiopeia, and you have a Taric protecting everyone under the banner, while Rek'Sai and Renekton can just dive into your carries. So it really is a decision between who you actually protect. Do you protect your carries, or do you go for those two champions who are going to be posing such a huge threat? It'll be interesting to see how this goes down. I'm betting a lot on the junglers here, because because they will be instrumental in, navigating their team throughout this entire game, or making those plays or making those avenues through which their teams can carve out leads. So let's go over the Masteries real quick. I'm interested to see that Saber took Electrocute on Fiddlesticks. What's your opinion on that? So let's go over the Masteries real quick. I'm
Some people
interested to see
are
that
going for the
Saber
electricity.
took
Fiddle has a little bit more burst
what's
damage
your opinion on
from
that?
before.
So let's go over the
Before
Masteries real quick.
it used to be really good on the like maybe the aftershock, but aftershock is not that good anymore. So some of the fiddle players are often going for the electricity for more damage and instant damage to like get a kill on the lane or get a kill when he's ganking. But the interesting thing for me is like Leona is not going for the aftershock and going for the guardian. And I'm not really sure how if it's going to be really good because Leona needs to be tanky and Leona is going to be the front line, and without the aftershock it will be like really squishy Leona in that really good because
Right.
Leona needs to be tanky.
Like Leona relies a lot on Aftershock and her shield to actually give her some sort of tank, not really some sort of tankiness, a lot of tankiness in the mid game. Even without items, even without HP items or MR or armor items, Leona is just straight up tank, just because of the fact that she has Aftershock and that shield. But I'm really intrigued by that Guardian pick as well, honestly, because how will you actually proc that? You'll need to fight with either Mundo or Fiddlesticks if you would want someone by your side to actually proc the Guardian shield and the Guardian bonus that you get. So let's see how they actually make it work. But as you said, I think Aftershock would have been better, but if they can make it work, more power to them. So we are back into the game after a brief pause. Both these teams might not go for an invade, but we do see pings coming out from 14k to the top side of Noltus's jungle. They might be willing to actually catch someone out. I believe they might predict that the Mundo might be going there, or they're going for a ward in the red buff or the crutch so that they can track Fiddlesticks's position, because they know that Fiddlesticks would want to hit level 3 or level 4 before ganking. So having that advanced information on the jungler before you do that is helpful. So both these teams are actually in each other's red buff jungles, and 14k are actually pinging down on the enemy red buff. They might look to take it, unaware of the fact that Noltus has already gone into their jungle.
Yeah, we might see a like vertical jungle if both teams are backing out. If the both team went for the red invade, they could have had a vertical jungle and we could have seen a lot of pressure on the side, but both team just backed out after taking the red. So I guess no invade for them.
I think that from Noltus' side, you really don't want to be vertical jungling, because as a Rek'Sai, you can hold your own against two people if they show up. You can actually survive, but if you're a Fiddlesticks, you're kind of weak in the early game in terms of your damage and in terms of your clear speed. So it's not really, justifiable to allow your Fiddlesticks to do a vertical jungle. You need to protect your Fiddlesticks way up till the level 4 stage so that he can basically transition into a powerhouse farmer, and he can jungle on his own without any interference or any assistance from his laners. So right now, a little bit of aggression coming out from both laners of 14k's bot lane. Just going to reduce the game sound by a little bit. My sound is a bit high. Okay.
Leona took a lot of damage on the level 1 and he is forced to use her potion really early, so that's a good trick from the 14k.
But she's just still gonna heal it up really quickly, as she did take Total Biscuit of Rejuvenation and the ward. But right now, Samiko's going in. They hit the level 2 before that. Chipapa doing damage onto 14k Rip, not really enough to kill them, but is enough to drag them down to half HP. But Samiko's did get down to half HP as well, while Chipapa took 25% of damage. But that was solid coming out from Noltus's bot lane. Not really doing a lot for them, but I appreciate the initiation that they actually took to, carve some sort of a lead over the Vayne. But they just need to, keep the levels up. They just need to play safe, play normally. But right now, Samikos goes in for, again, really aggressive coming out from the play safe, play normally. But right now, Samikos goes in for it again. Comes out from 14k rip onto Chipapa. He takes a lot of damage. 14k Zozo might go in for it. Chipapa forced to heal and flash away. Samikos uses the CC, but he might just go down right now. 14k Zozo dealing the damage, but it is 14k rip that takes up the first blood.
This is the thing I was talking about the carry. That Taric is really good into a Leona matchup and can like negate a lot of hit from the Leona, and Taric got a lot of lean and like that was a really sad to see that Israel actually got stunned by the Taric, and the Leona also took the stun, so that was a really good trade from the 14k. They played that fight really well, and so they got the first
I think one of the things that played in favor of 14k was the fact that Leona didn't have aftershock, so she was missing a bit of that tankiness. I was seeing that Leona was actually being popped off really quickly. Like she was taking a lot of damage once she initiated, and that was really unlikely coming from Leona. Samikos went in, but he didn't have the tankiness to actually, soak up the damage from the Vayne and promptly paid for it with his life. But that's the thing what I was saying. 14 no paid for it with his life, but. That's the thing what I was saying. To ensure that they play safe, they just catch out the Vayne whenever they can get jungle assistance. And even if they play aggressive, they have to, win these trades. Because if you let a Vayne win, it's not gonna end well for you in the mid-game fights. It's not gonna end well for you in the mid-game fights.
Yeah, and also I don't think the Leona profited the Guardian in that fight, so I don't think the Guardian wasn't doing anything in that fight. The Guardian is good for the champions that wants to feel, wants to stay with the ADC and not engage much.
Run of 14k RTO showing some action right now. I'm Chipapa, actually chunked by the Renekton right there, and that is basically the example of damage that Renekton get dished out in the early. Like level 5, he's just so strong. Renekton get dished out. Like level 5, he's just so strong.
Really champion, and Mundo is going to have a really hard time.
Right, so after that first blood from 14k, we really haven't seen a lot of action. Both these junglers opting to actually secure level 4 before attempting any gank. Saber actually level 5, while, I'm a cutie bruh. Probably spotted out Saber with a ward. No, they did not spot him out. They just predicted that they're not here, but they started off the dragon. I'm a cutie bro, taking a lot of damage, decides to disengage after seeing that there were pings coming down from Noltus' end. Decides to disengage after seeing that there were
pings coming down from Noltus'. Noticing that the Rexer might be doing the trade, so they went to check that the Rexer might be doing posted the Rexer to back off, or if that didn't happen, the Forest could have got taken a free dragon.
Yeah, Samikos and Chipapa have 14k I'm a cutie bro's number. They know that he was trying to actually do the dragon when 14k Rip and Zozo were actually, playing a bit passively, trying to push out the lane. But here he goes again. Would he try to take the dragon? No, he does get spotted by a ward onto the dragon pit. They know that he's in the blue side of the map. But pings do go down on the dragon. 14k really want this water drake right now, but Noltus are aware of it. Thing is, are they gonna do something about it or just give it away? They're standing on a free ward right now. 14k are looking to actually take this out. Dragon drops to 400 HP. The smite goes out. Hamakutibro secures the first dragon of the game with no interference. One of the most comfortable dragon picks I've ever seen under a ward.
Yeah, the 14k played that kinda really good. Boosted the lane, made a big good. Needed to get low peak wave on the tower, so there's no way the ACL could have gone in the dragon pit and leave that much wave. Even if the ACL went in the drake pit and they got a kill, even if wouldn't have been worth it, because ACL would have lost a lot of farm on the tower and the HP. So the Noltus was forced to give up the dragon, and as made the wave big and did really well. And the fiddle wasn't in the dragon side of the tank, so it was good decision from the 14k to make the wave big and did really well. And the fiddle wasn't in the dragon side of the tank.
Alright, so Fiddlesticks Saber actually wanted to make something happen in the bot lane, but 14k weren't having any of it right now because they know that they might be exposed to a gank coming out really quickly because they are in the driver's seat, I would say, because they are dictating the pace of the lane better than Noltus' bot lane. So they know that they might be susceptible to a gank. Even if they did not have any wars, they knew that the Philosopher was coming. So it was really smart play coming out from both 14k's bot laners to actually, you know, pull back, hold the turret, wait for the minion wave to push into their turret and just farm safely while Noltus' bot lane backs off. That is just super macro play coming out from 14k right here. And these are the little things that actually, you know, win your games. When you have that precise knowledge of the jungler and you have that knowledge of the matchup and you know where the jungler is actually going to hit. But right now, 14k RTO knee deep in Noltus' jungle. He might get spotted out right now. Saber might be in trouble here. 14k RTO uses the ultimate. Saber uses the fear, but that's a lot of damage coming out from the Renekton. He might use the flash. No, here comes Samikos and Anti-Papa. Dastan and Amakudibra in full support here. RTO drag down to half HP. Noltus looking to give this red buff up. Samikos and Saber are there hovering around in the bush, but I really don't think that they should contest this because Saber did get taken down to half HP. He might be level 6 while Amakudibra is level 5. But that was really good. That was really good invade coming out from RTO. Getting the jungler low, and now they have a free Rift Herald to actually take up. Might be level 6 while Amakudibra is level 5. But that was really good. That was really good invade coming out from RTO. Getting the jungler low, and now they have a free Rift Herald to actually take up.
Top lane at least is also going to be the jungler, but he can't just do anything else. None of the member of from the Noltus can like match anything dance, do anything else.
Definitely. And right now we do see a teleport coming out from RTO. The flash comes out from Zozo, lands the stun onto Chipapa. But this might be a fight here. Saber goes in with the ultimate. A lot of damage goes down to 14k Zozo. He gets taken down really quickly right there. Teleport coming out from RTO. Who was the TP actually from? Was it from but this might be a fight here. Saber goes in with the ultimate. A lot of damage goes down to 14k Zozo. He gets but right now Samikos wants to go in with the Zenith play. But I'm not really sure. So what happened? Both these teams playing really I was really confused as to the decision making from both the teams, honestly, because that teleport and that flash from 14k Zozo, that was not really necessary when you have such good control of a lane. You should flash in like that. When you have a Leona, when you have an Ezreal, when you have the impending threat of a Fiddlesticks coming in, that CC lock isn't really ideal for a Vayne. If you get CC locked as a Vayne, you will get bursted down really quickly, as we saw happen right there. And Noltus get a kill back onto Zozo.
That was a little bit impatient of the Vayne. There's no need for a post play there. Vayne is already like leading on the bot lane, so even if he just farm out, he is still going to be ahead of the Ezreal. But Vayne tried to make a 1v1 play with the Ezreal, and luckily the Ezreal team was there. So the Vayne, he can just die himself. He also forced the TP from the Renekton, so the Mundo got some breeding room on the top lane, and the Vayne dying wasn't really good for the 14k. They really don't need plays like that. They just need to be patient and wait for the like jungle gank or the carry out.
Right. Interesting thing that happened up in the top lane. When 14k RTO actually TP'd into the bot lane, he didn't lose a single plate. So that's a really good thing when you are a top laner and you TP down way into the bottom lane and you see that your tower is still fresh with 5 full plates and the enemy laner hasn't really done anything to contest those plates in the first place. So 14k RTO really didn't lose out on much with that bot's teleport. Just 1 kill for Ezreal, but he is still even in lane, actually beating Mundo at this point right now because he can kill him while Noltus go for the second dragon right now. They do have 4 members in, but here comes 14k. They also have 4 members with the TP coming out from Mundo. The ultimate goes down from Saber. A lot of damage being dealt, but the Taric ultimate is going to protect everyone in 14k from that damage. Saber might go down right now. 14k. Rip is in deep trouble. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Chibaba solos Renekton. I stand corrected, ladies and gentlemen. 14k RTO gets taken down by the Mundo, but here goes 14k Zozo. Missed, forced to flash away, but they are still in full pursuit. No, they will disengage and go for that dragon. dragon. Whoa, action's going out in every corner of the map, but I'm surprised that Papa actually managed to take over that dragon. Whoa, action's going out in every corner of the map, but I'm surprised that Papa actually managed to take down 14k RTO. Mundo out-leveling Renekton, out-dueling a Renekton. That is something that I've never seen before. Down 14k RTO. Mundo out-leveling Renekton, out-dueling a Renekton. That is something that I've never seen before.
Not really sure what happened, but the Renekton should be winning really easily. Like the Renekton has the sharpless and the healing, but
Consider
what happened, but the Renekton should be winning really easily. Like the Renekton has the sharpless and the healing, but
consider
what happened, but the Renekton should be
the fact that he's 15 CS up, that should have been better. But here comes Samikos, wants to steal it out, but the smite from Amikidura isn't doing anything right now. Saber did catch out Dastan, but gets punished by Amikidura for actually going to steal it out, but the smite from Amikidura isn't doing anything right now. Saber, but here comes 14k RTO, round 2. Revenge is nigh for them. Papa taking a bit of damage, but not really enough to kill him. But here comes 14k RTO, round 2. Revenge is. But yeah, I think that Noltus are actually, you know, they're both teams are actually kill him. But here comes 14k RTO, round 2. Revenge is. But yeah, I think that Noltus are actually, you know, they're both teams are actually prompt reconnects, and hopefully we will be able to get back into this game really quickly. But Terex, what do you think about what's happened so far? 14k, they've actually, you know, built themselves a nice, comfortable lead. But what do you think they should do in order to actually, you know, lock this match in and really seal that win? They've actually, you know, built themselves a nice,
for now.
But what do you think they should
Need
do
to
in
focus
order to actually
on the top
lock this
side,
match
but
in and
Renekton
really seal
I
that
think
win?
is going to be still winning the Mundo, even though the Renekton died on the 1v1. Maybe there's a mistake, or maybe the Renekton didn't have task or something happened. But even in the 1v1, the Renekton is still gonna be winning. So if and give a little bit more lead on the top side, maybe give a kill to Renekton, and he can start really snowballing. And there's not much to do on the bot side. The Vayne just needs to farm safely and get his 2 items. Maybe if the Vayne has 2 items, that will be on the bot side. And that's just
But right now we do see that Saber went ham on Dastan, forced to ult. Dastan is forced to ult to keep the Scarecrow off his back. Sorry for the interruption, but we did see an instant piece of action. But as you were saying, to keep the Scarecrow off his back.
Like 14k, you don't need to force anything. There's no objective. They just need to farm it out, and when the objective comes, they can force Noltus to fight them, and they will win the fight, as the Renekton is really strong at this moment, and he is going to keep getting more buffs after getting the Black Keeper and the Blade of the Ruin. So, and the Vayne can just clean it up even if the Renekton dies in the process. So the most important thing is going to be the Terrical, and if they can land a good Terrical.
But right there, you see Samikos going in. The Taric ultimate did not connect before they landed a lot of damage onto 14k Jojo. Chipapa and Samikos are in pursuit of 14k Rip as the teleport comes out from RTO. That's going to be Noltus bot lane actually. No, that's actually Dastan coming out right now. Not really doing a lot for 14k, but that was a good responsive TP. That's actually Dastan coming out right now.
Needs to be on point,
but that was a good responsive TP.
So, and the Vayne kind of over. He got to be on point. So, and the TP, it was really good from the Noltus to force the TP from the Cassiopeia. Right. So the Cassiopeia doesn't have TP anymore. The Mauser still has TP, so they can maybe make a play on the top side or the bot side with that TP.
Right.
So the Cassiopeia doesn't.
Rep Herald is up. Both these teams will want to contest it. Rep Herald is up. I'm just gonna check in with our streamer right now, Nahian. Could you please tell us the timestamp that you are on right now?
16 minutes 15 seconds.
Just gonna check in. Okay, we are in sync then. getting back into the game, we do see that Noltus has started out the Rift Herald right now, seeing that 14k's bot lane are pushing out against their turret, so they are prioritizing this objective over their bot lane tower, which will go down. So that is... It depends on that trade. Depends on how they use that Rift Herald. If they can use it to actually get topside turret or midside turret, but then again, we do see some action coming out from I'm a Cutie Bro. A lot of damage coming out. There goes the ultimate from Malzahar. Miss doing a lot of damage. Here comes Saber with the ultimate. The ultimate from Cutie Bro takes out Miss, but he's on a killing spree. Here comes Saber. The damage is too much. He gets taken down, but RTO might have this kill. The fear goes out from Saber. RTO is denied the fiddlesticks, but I'm Chibaba. What are you doing? You might be in trouble, and yes, you are dead. Dastan dealing a lot of damage onto the Mundo. You got absolute wrecked for a tanky champion that Mundo is. And what was that positioning? Damage onto the Mundo. You got absolute wrecked for a tanky champion. Was such a good Rift Herald taken out by Noltus. Was such a good Rift Herald taken out by Noltus. Actually allowed 14k to win that team fight, and they're gonna get that mid turret for it.
The Noltus kind of overstayed after taking the risk, and they, the 14k posted the fight, and as the Renekton is a lot stronger than the Mundo at this moment, so they easily won the fight. And they tried to overpass the Rek'Sai, but somehow the Rek'Sai was able to land ult after even getting him out her ult, and Mundo just got destroyed by the Cassiopeia. Was like the Mundo doesn't have zero. Rek'Sai was able to land ult after even getting him out her ult.
But right now, I'm sorry to interrupt, we do see some action going down as 14k secured the third Drake of the game. They are inching ever closer to that Soul Drake. Noltus can only just watch by in disappointment as the dragon is taken away from them for the third time. The only objective that they were able to third Drake of the game. They are inching ever closer to that Rift Herald, which they sacrificed the mid turret and the bot turret. And Saber still is holding on to the Eye of the Herald. He hasn't crushed it in any of the lanes right now. RTO and ambush coming. Ever closer to that Rift Herald, which they sacrificed the mid turret and the bot turret. And Saber still is holding on to the Eye of the Herald. He hasn't crushed it in any of the lanes right now. RTO and ambush Papa does a... I'm not sure that damage warranted the flash from Amchi Papa. I think that was a panic flash coming out. Holding on to the Eye of the Herald. He hasn't crushed it in any of the lanes right now. RTO and ambush Papa does a... him, but interesting to see how RTO is actually cementing his dominance in the top lane right now. He is one of the best top laners right now, and he is proving that in this game as well. Like, Amchi Papa is being outclassed in every single fight, in every single trade as well. So 14k is still cementing their lead, still building that lead that they had from the get-go. 14k Zozo has completed his Black Cleaver and a QSS, so none of the CC that Noltus actually lands on him, provided it's not consecutive, he can just get out of it, or his team can allow him and can actually peel for him. But Dastan, he is also sitting on a 400 gold shutdown. He has the Seraph's Embrace and the Rylai's Crystal. So both two items in comparison to Malzahar's one item, which is a losing strat. It really doesn't give him a lot of miss is really pretty far behind when compared to the Cassiopeia at this point. Both two items.
Yeah, the Cassiopeia already has like 2 skills and like a huge PS on the mid lane. So the team fight is going to like really show the difference on damage with the Mauser and the Cassiopeia will be able to take. And I think that's a really good part for the Cassiopeia as the player of the goddess and the Rylai. So he can just kite out any of them, and it will be really hard to get the Cassiopeia. Really good smart for the Cassiopeia.
Right, I think at this point 14k are in a state where where Noltus' team composition has lost their advantage. You know, like they've invalidated. I think at this point, basically Noltus' team composition, because of the fact that they've now scaled, they now have that damage to take down every single member of Noltus. The only way where I see them actually winning is if they can get a 5-man or 4-man Fiddlesticks ultimate from behind bushes or behind a wall. But given the fact that 14k have been really good with their vision setup so far, I don't think it's gonna happen to them. I don't think that's gonna happen to them out of the blue or off a whim. But it's going to be interesting to see how Fiddlesticks actually capitalizes on those gaps or those pockets of the map where 14k doesn't have vision, or if they're actually able to identify those gaps. It is going to require a lot of solid macro play from Noltus' side in order to actually claw themselves back into the game, because at this point 14k's champions are absolutely flying off the wall right now. I'm a cutie bro. He has a lot of damage. He can take down any squishy member of Noltus' side. Not to mention the fact that RTO, Zozo, and Dastan have a lot of sustained damage, which they can basically, dish out and just wreck the entire team composition of Noltus. So it's not really good. It's not really looking too bright for Noltus at this point, but let's see what happens. Let's see how the team fights go, because the next two team fights of the game will decide who gets Baron and who gets that infinite push up the mid lane or the top lane going to that inhibitor turret. As Out of the Rift is crushed by Saber in the mid lane, 14k might look to actually, force the fight there, because that Herald will dish out a lot of damage to the structure if they let it go without any contest. Out of the Rift is crushed by Saber in the mid lane. 14k might look to actually force the fight there, because that Herald will dish out a lot of damage to the structure if they let it go without any contest.
More problem than the Renekton at this moment. He is going to do so much damage in the team fight, and he's just going to melt down everyone. He is way too much ahead. Like 194 CS on 20 minutes is like a really good stick. So that's the way just going to melt down everyone.
Right.
And
right. Noltus do secure the mid lane turret with the Rift Herald that they took quite a while back, but they're not going to get a second charge out of it. They just get the outer turret and just back off. They're picking their battles right now, like choosing to take any sort of gold or income source that they can get, while 14k RTO is pushing out the bottom lane. They do see him out. They want to pick him off. 3 members of Noltus want to go for it, but the retreat ping goes down. They do not want to mess with RTO's Renekton at this point. They really don't, even if they have 3 members. But right now 14k spot that gauge out, and they start off the Baron. A lot of damage comes out from both Dastan and Zozo, and Amiku from all 3 members. Not want to mess with RTO's Renekton at this point. They really don't, even if they have 3 members. But right now 14k spot that gauge out, and they start off the Baron. That fight right there judged who got the Baron. 14k taking advantage of that miscommunication from Noltus' side. They wanted to contest for RTO, pushing up the bot lane. I'm not really sure as to why they let that go, because you have Baron up at 20 minutes. You know that they have Cassiopeia and Vayne. They can just melt it down really quickly. You do not go for the split pushing laner. If you go for that, they're going to just do Baron, and that's exactly what happened. And they did a botched fight in the Dragon Pit, which lost them their inhibitor turret. They didn't lose the inhibitor, but this will basically be a slow chokehold put on by 14k, and that's exactly what happened. And they did a botched fight right now onto Noltus, and they're just going to take every single turret. They're just going to shave off these turrets from the lane and consolidate their lead even further.
Yeah, that
right
was
now onto Noltus, and
that good play from
they're
the
just going to take every single turret. They're just going
So
to
I
shave off
think
these turrets
it's
from the lane
more of a like
and
mistake
consolidate
from
their
the
lead
Noltus
even
going
further.
on the bot lane. So you can't really go for a Renekton when there's a Cassiopeia and Vayne on the other team. And even if there's some Cassiopeia or Vayne, they still would have gone for the Baron. But it's like it's a common play, right? But if you send 3 men or like 2 men on the bot side, or even if there's some Renekton, of course they're going.
Right. Right, and none of the members had TP. I think only Mist had TP, but that TP was botched because he did it inside the Baron pit, and that's not what you want against 14k's team composition right now. An immobile champion going up against all that CC, all that damage, but right now Samika's fancying and initiate right now. Saber goes in, a lot of damage being taken down. Lands the full burst of the ultimate on Dastan, but that's not really enough. And 14k Amakutibra is in too deep. He gets taken down, but here goes 14k Zozo, takes down Leona right there, but what? Oh my goodness, what Amazing damage comes out from Chipapa. Takes down 14k Zozo, but here comes Dastan with that Taric ultimate. That sustained damage that the Cassiopeia really showing right now. Miss struggling against Dastan, and that is a quadra kill. 14k basically won a 4v5, and Cassiopeia with that Taric ultimate. Dastan is basically going to solo this dragon, netting them the Infernal Drake Soul as 14k RTO just pushes up against the top turret, against the Nexus turret. Noltus, again, not really a fight that you want to initiate in that Dragon Pit right now. Kudos to them for taking down Amakudibra, who was too overextended in that team fight, and taking down 14k Zozo with some really nice plays coming out from Chipapa. Those skill shots hitting hard, but you forgot about the Cassiopeia, you forgot about Dastan and the amount of damage that he can deal. While he was away with Saber, they did get those 2 kills, but when Saber was actually taken down, Cassiopeia actually joined the fight, and that is the result. 14k right now are in the most comfortable position for any League of Legends team in any sort of competitive match. You have Baron, you have secured 1 inhibitor, you've already taken down the next turret. It is your game to win. Take that final team fight, push in, win. That's it. Any League of Legends team in any sort of competitive match. You have Baron, you have secured 1 inhibitor, you've already taken down the next turret.
And the Taric wasn't even done in the last moment. And the last moment, Cassiopeia getting the Taric out was really a club. And the Cassiopeia was able to like free damage everything if I can get a Taric out. And
goodness, RTO dealing so much damage. Saber not being able to survive in his own jungle, as Chipapa is also getting chunked down by RTO. Here comes 3 members of Noltus trying to take down RTO, but they're just tickling him. Samikos goes with the ultimate, he just turns back and dodges it. Survive in his own jungle, as Chipapa is also Yona is saved off by that ultimate from Miss, but they still can't take down RTO. Here comes Dastan, he is legendary, takes down Miss, 14k, he just really convinced the game. They've been at the lead from the get-go, and they've not taken their foot off the gas. They're just going to shave off every single inhibitor before going off for that Nexus turret. And Chipapa gets stunned. A lot of damage right now. Zozo putting that flash to good effect as Saber tries to salvage something out of it, but Taric, 14k Rip, is having none of it. 14k win this series, this best of 3 series. When we went to game 3, it was 1-1. We had high prospects for this game, but 14k were like, nope, we are winning this game. We are dominating throughout.